Our next step is to get an environment from the Asset Store that we can work with. To open the Asset Store, go to Window, Asset Store, then press Search Online. This will open your web browser. Now, when the main page is opened, go to the search bar and search for 3D Free Modular Kit. We're going to use this asset from Barking Dog. To get any asset from the Asset Store, press Add to My Assets, then agree for the terms. Go back to Unity and keep in mind that you should log in the Asset Store to download assets and also in Unity Hub to allow the package manager to get access to your assets. Now go to Window and open the package manager. Go to Packages and make sure that My Assets is selected. Then search for 3D Free Modular Kit. Hit Download and then Import. The next thing we're going to do is to add a prefabs folder. To do that, go to Project, right-click, and Create Folder. Then go to Barking Dog 3D Free Modular Kit and open the test scene. Go back to Prefabs and then drag and drop the level inside the Prefabs folder to get it as a prefab. Then Ctrl S to save the project. So, what is a prefab? A prefab is an abbreviation of prefabricated building, and it's a special type of component that allows fully configured game objects to be saved in the project for reuse. Now, go back to our sample scene, then go to Prefabs and drag and drop the level to the hierarchy. Now, we need to configure the light to fit the look of our environment. To configure the lighting settings, go to Window, Rendering, and then Lighting. You can dock the Shown tab beside the inspector to get a clean and organized view. Go to Scene, Lighting Settings, and press the circle in the Lighting Settings Asset slot, and add Test Map Settings, and hit Generate Lighting. Go to Environment and set the skybox material and the sensors to none. Then remove the directional light from the scene. Go to Environment Lighting and set the source to color. Now we need to change the color space, and to do that, go to Edit, Project Settings, Player, Other Settings, and under Rendering, change the color space from gamma to linear, then change to linear. So, what is the difference between gamma and linear color space? The color space determines the math used by Unity while mixing colors in lighting calculations or reading values from textures. The advantage of using linear color space is that colors applied to shaders will brighten linearly as light intensity increases. With the alternative gamma color space, brightness will often turn to white as the value go up, and this will lead to a very washed out look. The last thing we need to configure is our camera. Go to the Game View and select the camera. Go back to the inspector, and in the transform component set its position to 0 on the x-axis, 1.8 on the y-axis, and 7.15 on the z-axis. And for the rotation, set it to 0 on the x, 180 on the y, and 0 for the z. Then change the rendering path to deferred. In forward rendering, each object is rendered in a path for each light that affects it. Therefore, each object can be rendered multiple times, depending on how many lights are in range. With deferred rendering, however, the render cost of light is proportional to the number of pixels the light illuminates, instead of the number of lights themselves. As a result, you're no longer bound by the amount of light that you wish to render on screen. But deferred rendering has a higher cost on the performance side, and the solution for this is depending on your game. In general, deferred rendering is used in desktop applications that has lots of light in the scene, and forward rendering is used for mobile and VR games. That's it for the scene setup. In the next video, we will get into effects and how they work.